Math 2, Unit 14, review number 2. Need you guys listening. Questions came up from 5 through 8, any one of them, and I'm going to go over these 3. Okay, a spinner has 10 equal sections, numbered 1 through 10. If the spinner is spun once, find the probability a number is greater than 7. Do you agree it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Those are the possible outcomes. I need the talking to stop. Okay. How many numbers are greater than 7? It doesn't say greater than or equal to. It just says greater than 7.
3. It's 3 tenths.
3 tenths. These 8, 9, 10. So 3 out of 10 does not reduce. Guys, I'm going to give another reminder to take your hoods off and your hats off in class. Okay. Number 6, even number. How many numbers are even?
5 out of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 10, which is?
1/2.
1/2. A number less than 10, not less than equal to, just less than 10. 9 out of?
9 out of
10.
10.
And the last one, a number greater than 0.
9 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, which is 1. Shh, guys, stop the talking. Okay, really quick side note. What is the largest number we can have when we're dealing with probabilities like this? 1. What's the smallest?
0.
0. So, when we're dealing with, not percentages, when we're dealing with probability, is it always going to be between 0 and 1? Can it equal 1? Can 1 be one of the answers? Can it equal 0? Can 0 be an answer for probability? Yes, if they're mutually exclusive, can it be 0?
No.
Can we have 0 as an answer for probability?
Yes.
Yes. So they're going to use the word inclusive. What do you think the word inclusive means? To include. So if they ask probabilities between 0 and 1 inclusive, true or false? Is it between 0 and 1 including 0 and 1? Yes or no? That is true. What does it mean if probability is close to 0? More likely or less likely? What is it? Less. What if it's closer to 1? More likely or less likely? More likely. Do you need to know that for the test? Yes. Okay, gentlemen. Okay, continuing. Probability of Q and R. Now these events, it says here, are mutually exclusive. When we're dealing with mutually exclusive, one of them does equal 0. Is that 9, 10, or 11? 9 is the one that equals 0? Why? What's the word there that we know that? And. And is considered the overlap. If they're mutually exclusive, do they overlap?
No.
No. No work needed. 0. Okay.
That's what you do?
Not, oh no, Q or R. Now, who remembers the formula for mutually exclusive Q or R? P of?
Do you times them or out of?
You tell me. At them. Good.
Okay.
P of Q plus P of R. So what's Q? 0.58 plus 0.29. Can you guys add those together? What do you get?
I got 87.
Okay. What did we just say? The highest it could go to is what number?
1.
1. So if the probability of Q or R happening is 0.87, what's the probability of this not happening? Everything else.
13.
Can you tell me how you got 0.13?
I just minus 1 minus 0.87.
He is correct. 1 minus the probability of Q or R actually happening gives you the probability of it not happening. The complement. Remember we talked about that tilde? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, not Matilda. Yes.
Will we see the tilde sign on that side?
What was that?
Will we see that sign on that side?
You won't. But I need you to take off your hat, please. Okay. All right. Continuing. Questions from this page. We did cross these out. No other questions? Let's flip over to the next page. Glance through. Zaya, I asked you to come over here. All right, 15 through 24. Actually, let's start up here first. 15 through 22. These, like here, these given problems, kids mess up, but any one of these. Yes.
Wait, so if it's 5th and 6th grade, or bird and cat, it's 0, right? So
Can you repeat it?
Like on number 19, it's 5th and 6th,
Then-
isn't it 0?
That is correct. And you said bird
Or
and,
cat.
not or, and. Bird
And.
and cat would be 0. Bird or cat would not.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you show us the answers?
Number 15 was 7 out of 50. 16 was 12 out of 25. Please stop the talking. 17, 5/8. 18, I didn't finish. 19 or 20, I didn't finish. 21, 25 out of 66. And the last one here is 50 out of 67. But I can finish number 18 really quick.
For 16, how do you get 12?
I will show you right now. Okay, did anybody get 3/4 for 18?
Yes. Where is it?
This is the, when you hold it open like this, it's the right side. Okay. All right. So, glancing here, does anybody have 19 5th and 6th graders? That would be what? 7 over 10? Cat given 6th grade. How many 6th graders do we have? 375. How many cat? So 125 fraction. Was that 375?
Yeah, 1/3.
1/3. Okay. Which ones from this section would you like to see? Yes. 16?
Can I see 19?
19.
0.
Yeah, but I put 7/10. I don't know why I did that.
What's 22? Oh. I put 100 over 124.
Sorry, hold on. Guys, sorry, I put 0 here, but I wrote 7/10 over here. Apologies, it is 0. Okay, Christian, what did you say?
For 22, I
Uh-huh.
put 100 over 134.
Okay, so I do want to talk about that one then. Why is it not 100 over 134? Is that what you're...
I didn't divide it by 3. It doesn't it reduce?
Okay, but it doesn't... It doesn't reduce to that, so we'll talk about it. So I have 19, 22, 16. I do want to talk about 15. What other or one? And 17.
100. Oh, you just knocked the zeros.
Okay. Dog and 5th grader. You do need to know for this test, what does and stand for? The what?
It's 0, right?
Not always, but and overlap. It's only 0 if it's mutually exclusive. Having a dog and being a 5th grader, is that mutually exclusive? No, there's overlap. Where do dogs and 5th graders overlap? 140 over 1,000. You can reduce that on your own. I have given you the answer, but you need to get the practice reducing on your own. Okay. Now, this one says or. What does or mean? You add and then subtract the overlap if it exists. Is there always overlap?
No.
Okay, let's try it. Birds. How many birds people do we have? What's the total for birds?
250.
Plus, how many 4th graders do we have?
300.
Is there overlap between bird and 4th graders?
70.
70. Please stop. Over 1,000. When you do 250 plus 300 minus 70, that is 480?
50. Oh, I don't know.
Is that right? 3, 4,
Wait, yeah.
5.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. 480 over 1,000, and then you can reduce on your own. You can at least cross these zeros out and divide by 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
24 over 50.
And then you can divide again. Okay. Now, is this one also an or, just like number 16? Ike, make sure you're paying attention. Okay. So, or is where we add. What is the number 4th graders we have?
We have
300.
300.
Plus how many 5th
325.
graders?
25.
Minus what?
0.
Okay, why is this one minus 0, this
Because
one?
They're on the same line, I think.
They're on the same row because they are mutually.
Exclusive.
Can you be a 4th grader and a 5th grader at the same time? No, no,
Might be.
no.
only be one of them.
Yes. Okay, what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 625 over,
1,000.
and you can at least divide by 25. You guys can do that on your own. Okay. Do you guys understand the difference between this or and this or?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is an and this is an and. This has a 0, this one does not. Do you guys understand the difference?
Yeah, one's on the difference. One is a yes, the other one's a no.
Yes. Okay. Guys. Do you guys see it? Alex?
She's not paying.
She's not. Alex, can you tell me why what's the difference between 15 and 19? And why is this one 0 but 15 was not 0 if they are both and? She's going to answer. Give her a chance.
19 is mutually exclusive. Oh.
Okay, because 19 is mutually exclusive. All right.
Now proof she wasn't paying attention.
All right, Alex, I do need you paying attention.
She's not even looking at you.
Isaac, you're causing distractions. Wait. Okay, given. I do want to talk about the given problems. All right, guys. Not 4th grader, given, not cat. Do you guys all know that that vertical line means given?
Yeah.
Now it might be handwritten. What's the probability the person's not a 4th grader, given they don't like cats?
Oh.
Or don't have a cat, whatever this chart is showing. Listening. So, when we're dealing with given problems, am I dealing with the total population?
Probably. Right?
Am I dealing with the total pop? Guys, stop. When we're dealing with given problems, we are not dealing with the total population. Who knows what the population or what the denominator is?
Not cat. Dogs and
Not 4th or not cats.
not cats.
Not cats. Halvid, you need to be paying attention.
I'm sorry, I'm just like everybody's done.
Okay, look. Okay, how many, I'm going to look up here. How many cat people do I have?
330.
How many non-cat people do I have?
670.
670, does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay, now, here's where kids mess up. Not 4th graders. They will cross out the 300 and add these two numbers together because 5th and 6th graders are the non-4th graders. Is that correct?
No,
Okay, go ahead and tell me.
because it's including the cats.
Right, when I count these numbers over here, I'm including the cats. Am I supposed to be including the cats?
No.
So cover the cats. Just from these two rows, how many of them are not 4th graders? Listening. You can either take 70 and 100 and subtract them from 670.
500.
670, take away 170 is 500. Or, what could you do with these 4 numbers? Add them all up. What is it going to come out to be?
500 still.
500. It's still going to come out to be the same. Halvid, Ethan, I need you guys paying attention. Okay. Reduce. Cross out your zeros. Does anything go into 50 and 67?
No.
No. So 50 over
67.
67. Christian, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can erase that one up there, that number you had?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions down here at the bottom? Are you guys feeling okay with the dice problems?
Yeah, it's kind of easy.
How about the doubles?
What are the answers?
The answers are 5/18 and 2/9. I see a hand up back there. Yes, Isaac.
You do.
What was?
24.
I'm really good.
Oh, go over them.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys quickly tell me if this is correct? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what you guys have?
Oh, that's what I have.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should you know how to do this on your own by Friday?
By Friday.
Anissa? Okay, guys, so before I address these questions, actually I want to do the first one first because that one's the easiest. Rolling the sum of 6 or 8, what do we do with or?
Wait, Adam?
Add them and subtract overlap. Is there overlap if you're rolling a sum of 6 and 8? It's 6 or 8, it's not going to be both. Okay, how many 6s do we have? Did I hear a 5? How many 8s do we have?
5.
Out of, not 12, how many altogether do I have? So 10 out of 36. Got it? Okay. And then you reduce. Okay, here is where kids struggle. I still have kids not understanding what a double is. When you're rolling a two six-sided dice, a double or the two numbers are the same. Can you roll a 7 and a 7 on a six-sided number cube? No. What about a 3 and a 3? A 1 and a 1? 5 and a 5? 5 and a 3? No. Okay, so how many doubles, without even looking here, if they have to be the same, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, how many doubles do you think we're going to have? 6. Why? Because 1 with the 1 makes the 2, 2 with the 2 makes a 3 with the 3, 4 with a 4, 5 with a 5, and a 6 with a 6. What do you notice about all of these doubles? They're in a straight diagonal, and they are all even. Does it make sense if you're adding two numbers that are exactly the same, it's going to have to come out to be even? Right? You can't add 3 and 3 and get 7. Or you can't cut 7 in half and get a whole number. Okay. Questions? Listening. Questions on the doubles. All right, before I do this one down here, I do want to review. You just have to pay attention because this one came up on the quiz and will come up again on Friday. If I wrote this, probability of rolling doubles and sum is 7 versus the probability of rolling doubles and the sum is 6. Should these both have the same answer? Okay. How many doubles do I have here?
You have
6. How many 7s do I have?
1, 2, 3, 6.
6. Do they overlap at all?
Technically, yes, but no.
When they do overlap right here, but is there any number in that overlap space? No. So what they're asking you here, is it possible to roll two numbers that are the same and the sum be 7 at the same time? Mutually exclusive. What's the answer? Now, does anybody know another number I could put here instead of 7 that would still give me 0 as an answer? Actually, Japheth,
Wait, 9.
I'm going to call on Japheth. Give me an answer to my question. Exactly. No, don't be whispering answers to him. Wyatt.
I'm reading 9. That's not helping.
All right. I'm going to repeat the question. First, before I do, you tell me why this answer is 0. There's no overlap. You are correct. Do you guys agree with him?
Yeah.
Can you be a little more specific? It's not possible to what? Thank you. So can you tell me another number was the question I asked that would also give me 0 as an answer? Instead of 7, what would have worked? That would still give me 0 as an answer. Do you have an answer? 3. Do you guys agree with him? Can I roll two numbers that are the same and add up to 3? Some of you said 5. Would 5 also work? What type of number would work here?
What about 9?
9. Anything that is odd is going to give me a 0 when I'm saying and doubles. And doubles and odd number is going to be 0. Do you guys agree? Okay. This one. Doubles and the sum is 6. Do I have overlap on that one? How many places? Not 6 times. How many places? How many times does it come up?
3, no, once.
Once. Just right here. Do you agree that's the only place where I have the sum is 6 and the two numbers are the same?
Yeah.
1 out of
1 out of
36. Now, what if I change this number to a 4? Alex, I need you paying attention. What if I change that number to a 4? What's my answer going to be? Is it still 1 out of 36? Because it only overlaps once. What other numbers would work here that would still give me the 1 out of 36 as an answer? 10?
2.
2? Any what type of number?
Even.
Okay, so if I have double and even, is it always going to be 1 out of 36?
No.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Double and odd is always going to equal
0.
0. Questions? Okay. What's the probability of rolling doubles or a sum of 4? What does the word or mean? Does that mean overlap? No, I do what? Add and then subtract the what? If it exists. Okay. How many doubles do we have? We already counted those. 6 plus, how many 4s do I have? Take away, how many do they overlap?
Yes.
1 time. This one was on the quiz, and most kids put 8 out of 30. I'm sorry, they put 9 out of 36 when it's really what? 8 over 36, which reduces to 2/9.
Oh.
Okay, so a lot of kids wrote 6. They just did this 6 plus 3, and they put 9 over 36 and reduced. Be careful, there is overlap.
I was kind of confused on that one of how you got 2/9, but now that you showed me, I understand.
Good. Okay, questions? All right, we're going to flip over to the back page.
What's this one here?
All right, is this one on the test?
Yes.
Yes. Can you guys give me your numbers really quick? I'm going to put BB for baseball.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, go ahead, Christian. Starting here.
Baseball is 42,
42 is only baseball
18,
for both.
12, and then 28.
Good job. Did everybody else get those same numbers?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'm going to give you some answers here, and you can tell me if you have questions. Okay, so I'm going to put 12, 28, 18 out of 25, and 9 out of 50. Keep in mind, you can't just write down the answers and not show your work. So if you give this to me and you don't have any work, you're going to get a 0. All right. Before I go over 30, 31, any questions on 26, 27, 28, 29, all of which will be on the test?
28.
28, any others?
What was, before you reduced that, like what was the...
For 28,
Yeah.
it was 72 out of 100.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, you want to make sure you work on your reducing. You have a scientific, you use a scientific, or you're very good at reducing. You can use those calculators, but you need to make sure you do it correctly.
Where are you getting 28 from?
Okay. How many people played neither baseball nor football? Look at these numbers. What number represents the people that did not play? So the ones that are not in the circles. Do you see where we got the 28 from? Because it says they did not play. What number is it? They played neither baseball nor football. Well, 12 played only baseball. 42 played only baseball. 12 played only football. 18 did both. So how many did neither of them? The people on the outside. This number out here is always the people that did neither of those events. Where's the 12 coming from?
Football.
Only football. What does the 42 represent?
Only baseball.
Only baseball. Be careful with your words. How many people played baseball? I didn't say only. How many people played baseball? 60? Is it 60?
Yeah.
Okay. Are the events mutually exclusive? Yes or no? You need to be able to answer that. There's overlap. Are the events mutually exclusive? Yes or no?
No.
No, because, and you need to give a reason. Scribbles are not going to work. Because what?
You can play both during the tournament.
Good. You can play both. People can play both sports. People did, according to this diagram. 18 people played both sports during this event. Not at the same time, but at the same event. Make sense? Okay. Did anybody do 31?
No.
Did you get yes or no?
Yes.
Yes is correct. Anybody else do it and get a yes? The fraction was what?
No, I gotta know.
9/50ths?
Can you go over?
Yes, I'll go over it. Yes, because, and then we'll write it after. Okay. Are the two events independent? Do you need to know your test for independence?
Yeah.
Okay. It starts off P of what? A and B. Please stop. Equals what? P of A times P of B. Okay. Does anybody remember what this part here means for us on our graph? It's the what? Overlap. Good job. Okay. How many people do I have in the overlap section?
18.
So probability is 18 out of what was the total? All right. You can reduce top and bottom by 2. Do you guys agree it's 9/50?
Yeah.
Ethan.
So it's yes.
Well, we haven't finished yet. I need to do this work right here. I just have some people that are still talking and not paying attention.
I think.
Okay. Probability of A. Now, does this say probability of A or probability of only A?
Only
Read it. Probability of
Only
A.
A.
So 60.
So it's not the 42. It is the what? 60. I'm going to call this A and this B. So probability of A is all of A. And what is that? 60 out of? Which reduces to, divide by 2, 3/5 times probability of B. Okay, tell me how you got that.
30 over 100.
Okay, 30 for B out of 100. And he said that reduces to 3. Sorry, 30 out of 100, not 300. And that reduces to 3/10. What is 3 times 3?
9.
Over what's 5 times 10?
50.
Did they come out equal? Yes, so I don't put a slash bar through it. It worked. So are they independent? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to check for 2 parts on your test. That you have the mathematical work because it says prove mathematically. And then your yes because 9/50 equals 9/50. When we had the no's that we have had before, it's when the two numbers what? Don't equal, like this one here. They did not equal, so no because the two fractions are not equal to each other. Yes, Wyatt?
I got a question about that for 31.
Uh-huh.
So do you, for probability of A, do you always do it by the original number or the new one?
What do you mean the new one?
Like this one was 42.
Which one was 42? Okay, it's the original one. Yeah, you're talking about the original ones up here?
Yeah.
Yes, you do it of all of A. That's what I was saying. So if you do 42, that's saying only A. And we're not asking for only A, we're asking for all of A.
Gotcha.
So you would add those together, which you're saying gives you the original 60. Here, add them together, which gives you the original 30. So you're using the original. All right. Shh, guys, listening quickly, please. I did want to talk about this one here, 28. Christian, is that the one you said you'd wanted to see?
No, we
Oh, yeah, you said you just reduced it. Okay, so 28 I do want to talk about because kids struggle. What is the probability that one of the 100 players picked at random would have played either baseball or football? How many people didn't play baseball or football?
28.
So how many people did play baseball or football?
72.
What three numbers, or what numbers would I add?
42, 18, and 12.
These right here, 42, 18, and 12. And what do we get?
72.
42 plus 18 plus 12 out of 100, you said was what? 72 out of 100, which reduces. Questions? Okay, how many of you feel we've done enough of these by now where you think you'll do okay on this part of the test? How many of you feel like you need to maybe see it a few more times and review it tonight on your own? Thank you for raising your hand. The rest of you who didn't raise your hand should have your hand up now. You either know it or you're still studying it. Okay, even if you know it, should you still go over your notes and your work?
Kind of iffy.
Okay, then make sure you go over. Can you guys please put this aside and take out your quiz?
Quiz.